Now we want to accurately calculate the rubber mix by weight, so it's 5 parts to 100. And we want to stick to these proportions as close as we can, even if it is for no other reason than not wanting to end up with one part of the mix left over. So we have 2 parts and we'll call them part A and part B. And they're measured out by weight, 5 parts part A to 100 parts part B. We know the amount or weight of part B, which is 805 grams. And we want to find out the amount of part A by weight to keep the proportion of 5 to 100. I think the simplest way to do this calculation and indeed any calculation involving proportions or percentages is using this simple method. Firstly, write down the parts, in this case part A and part B. Now under each, write down the proportion or percentage of each part to the other. So we're going to create what you might call a part A and a part B lane. Next, we're going to write down the amount we know in its correct lane over the amount we've written there already. So in this case it's 805 grams of part B, and we don't know the amount of part A, so we're going to make part B equal to a question mark under part A. So just to recap at this stage, you must keep like terms over like. So part A amounts under part A and part B amounts under part B, or think of them as part A and part B lanes. Now we draw in two lines and squeeze the two equal signs together. This makes it like two equal fractions. We know the answer we're looking for is in grams, so we can lose all the symbols, keeping only the numbers. Now, to get the question mark on its own on one side of the equals, we slide the number that's under the question mark from the divide by position over the equals to the top position on the other side, so it's multiplied by the number that's there already. So 5 by 805 is 4025, and yes, I used the calculator. So to complete, we divide the number on the bottom into divide by position into the number at the top, and that gives us 40.25, and we know that what we're looking for is grams, so it's 40.25 grams of part A equals 805 grams of part B, and this keeps the proportion of 5 parts part A to 100 parts part B. So now we'll get back to measuring 40 grams of catalyst part A to 805 grams of part